Hello, hello, everyone. Okay. Hi, Grammy. Hello, everyone. I am, you see my blog there. Um, so the first part of my stream today, my first recording, I am going to show you around my stencil release blog. For heaven's sakes, I'm going to mute my silly computer here. I told my sisters I was... Just a moment. I've got to mute my iPad and mute my sound effects here. 1 moment, please. I apologize. Oops. There we go. Okay, now I have to mute them on my phone. This is like, can you hear me still? Hello? Okay, just making sure everyone can hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay. Hey, Carol. Oh, let me open my window here, see who's here. We have quite a few anonymous. We have Sue and Bren and Carol and Ella. Oh, just a moment. I need to hit recording. Just a moment before I continue here. Record. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper for a Monday afternoon. And of course, I'm 15 minutes late. Of course, if you're listening to the recording, that doesn't matter to you. Sorry. I was just getting ready to turn off my sound effects here on my phone because my sisters are texting each other and I'm in the link. And so I've got to turn off my... There we go. I don't want to just mute it because then it'll buzz every time still. So at least this way it won't vibrate, I don't think, either. Okay. So I was just saying hello to everyone. Wow, I got lots of viewers today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anonymous. We have Sue and Bren, Bunny, Carol, Cindy, Ella. Hi, Ella. Excuse me. We have Robin with a Y. We have Deb. We have Denise. We have DeMonte, Dorothy. Excuse me. My coffee seems to be... we have Nell, Grammy, Helena. We have Cherianne, also known as Iffy. We have Carrie, 2 versions of Carrie. And Carrie, I will make you my operator. There we go. We have Jennifer, Jan, hello Jan, and Janet, and Carla, and Jillian, wow, and Lisa Churchill, wait. We have Mika and Lork, Lori, Lynn, Marion, Miss Allie, Miss Linda, Oklahoma, who is also Mayo to me. We have Meg, we have Pam, we have Pat, we have Phyllis, we have Carol, we have Tam, we have Teresa, we have Terry, and we have Vicky S. So if you're new to my stream, welcome, welcome. I stream Mondays at 4 Eastern and Thursdays at 1 Eastern here at the same channel. So, excellent. You can hear me. So, a lot of my friends have inspired me to start selling my stencils. So, here is my blog. Oh, are links open, Carrie? Oh, Carrie was... Hold on. Just a moment. Carrie was going away from the... Where's Janet? J. Janet, I'm going to make you mod there. Can you open the links for me? Because I can't open links with my... I know there's a code, but I don't know what it is. Could you please open links so I can link up to my blog there, please? Hey, Trina. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Glenda. Eesh, more are even coming in. Hello, hello, Macadamia, also known as Terry Trouble. Okay, so there is my link to my stencil release. I have the 63 stencils. These are all original stencil designs that I've designed from scratch. So obviously I can't sell designs that... I have other designs that I've created, cut using other people's SVG files, which obviously I can't sell. I also have things that I've cut using JPEGs or PNGs that I've downloaded from Google Images. I can't use those, obviously can't share them. All right, so here is my link. Oh, there's Eileen coming into the room. Hi, Eileen. So the first part of my stream, I'm on producer so that I can show you my blog post here, and then I will go offline and do some switch over to the other, switch over to the other version of, sorry about this, I'm just, that's probably quite loud because it was right in front of the microphone. Hey, QP! Hey, Lynn! Welcome, welcome! Jillian! Hello, hello! If I didn't say hi to you and I missed you coming in, I do apologize. Just one moment. I just realized I forgot to take my pills when I ate a little while ago. Okay. Sorry about that. So... all right, so some of my fibs, my friends in the box, have encouraged me to sell my stencils. Now, I do not have a company that I work through like iStencils with Patty or like Paula has, Stencil Girl. So I cannot sell physical stencils. There's no way I could ever keep up with that kind of order. I have trouble cutting, enough for myself to keep myself going when I design all these designs. So I cannot do that. So what I am selling is the physical digital SVG file. And you would have to have an electronic cutting machine or have a friend who has one. That can import or open SVG files. So that would be for sure the Silhouette Cameo or Portrait, as long as you have the designer edition. It would be the newest, the last two Cricut, the Cricut Air and the Cricut Explorer. I believe they both do SVG files. Thank you, Jan. And then, sorry, I've slept so little last night, I can't even keep a straight thought together, and I managed to stay awake all day today because I was working on my blog post, which is good because I'll get myself on a schedule tonight by going to bed at a decent time. Anyway, so I'm going to go through the blog post and you'll be able to see how to order these stencils if you wish, if you want. Now, if you know someone who has an electronic cutter that will let you use it to cut stencils or files, then go ahead and purchase them. If you have a machine and someone wants you to cut files, I would appreciate if you have that person also purchase the files that you're going to get, You know what I mean? The file is for you to use to cut for yourself. I have no problem with you using any of the files or stencils or paper cuts of these designs on your artwork that you sell or give away. No problem with that. But sharing the files really isn't, if I'm going to do this, we may as well do it right, correctly. So I'm just going to keep people at their word that they will respect my art and my work enough to do that. So, Terry, if you want. So I've written this, and I've read it a few times. Goodness only knows I've edited it a couple of times. So I just do a little introduction here because it's been like 8 months since I tend to be 6 to 7 months between blog posts because I'm just really bad at it. I have to update some of my journal pages on a post, so I might do that in the next couple of days too. All right, so these programs, all these files I created on a program called Inkscape. You can see here, Inkscape. It is a free program. It is a PC program, so you can download it on PC. If you have a Mac, you can still use it, but you have to also, I'm going to show you what happens here. Here's the ink. Oh, no, it's not going to come up. Oh, right. Never mind. It's not going to come up because I'm only showing the website. Anyway, if you have a Mac, you also have to download a program called Quartz, Quartz. Xquartz now. It used to be just Quartz, and now it's Xquartz. Xquartz. That program translates the PC version so that your Mac computer can read Inkscape. So you download Inkscape, then download Quartz, and the first time you open Inkscape, it will ask you what program to use for your Mac to read the program, and then you'll just go to your applications, find the Quartz, and it links it anyway so that you can use the program. Okay? Hey LG, nice to see you. Hi Paula. Okay, and Bunny, I think you've come in since. All right, so going down here. So here it is. The digital files range from $1.50 to $3, and it's in Canadian funds. So you Americans will get a bit of a bargain out of that. With the purchase, you have permission to use the files in your art, be that cards, art journal, canvases, etc. Give you permission to sell the original art using my designs you've purchased and cut on an electric cutter. Please do not share the files. They are copyrighted. Instead, please direct interested friends to this blog post so they can purchase their own. Also, if you're asked to cut designs for a friend that may not have a cutter, I ask they also purchase their own copy of the designs they wish you to cut. All right, so then there's an order form linked here. So when you click here, it brings up the order form for your file. So there's instructions there. My email is there. Fill in. When you click here, it'll open up a box and you can just type in your name, your Ustream name if you're on Ustream. If you're not on Ustream, fill in your YouTube name if you have a YouTube name. If you don't have either, leave that blank. Fill in your email so I'll know where to send your PayPal form and your files, obviously. So here's the list of all of the stencils so far. I have 63 designs. Mika is from Belgium. Yes, she is. Hey, Mika. So this... So what you do here is I have all the prices listed there for you. by the way, I've worked about over 48 hours total getting this post ready in the last couple of days because I had to make all the files. I had to add a watermark to all the files. I had to save all the files as a ping, and that with the watermark. And then I had to upload them all. Oh, anyway, it was a lot of work, and there were a few that I changed, and there was a few that I was like, oh, I could do this, so I added a few while I was doing this. You get no box, Terry. You click, you don't get the box. Okay, so you must not have a Google, it's free. You need to have, okay, I'll go through this and then I'll tell you what happens if you don't have it, okay? It's a Google Drive and you can get it free. Google Drive. It's a cloud drive, right? So if you don't have it, you can get Google. Yeah. Carrie, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh dear. Anyway, so like let's say you want to order the Octagon, then you put $2 in there. Don't worry about the $sign; it doesn't matter, right? Anyway, and let's say you want to get this, then you put $2.50 in there, right? Etc., etc., etc. Then you add up, put your total here. Okay? Now, if you spend every $21 you spend, so $21, $42, $63, you get a free stencil. So let's say you spend $21 and you want to get this one free. You just put the word free in there. I'll know to add that to your list. All right. Now I have to take this off because it's saving these changes and I don't want it. So if you don't get this pop up, that's because you don't have Google Drive. So you can either get it, or if you don't want to get Google Drive, okay, then you can just send me an email with this information and the list of files that you want and the total, okay? It just means you're going to have to type it out, that's all. If you don't have a cutter, Paula, well, unfortunately, I was saying earlier, there's no way I can cut physical stencils for anyone. So if you don't have a cutter and you don't know anyone who has a cutter, then you're out of luck for now. I'm still going to try to work on finding a company that will cut the files for me. But I'm not sure how that all works. So I may have to bug you on that, Paula, because you actually have some stencils with a company. So I might have to see if there's, is that something I can just go and send? Anyway. Well, Pam, there you go. Well, Carrie, just ignore that order. Just add one or two more and get a free. Just send me. If you spent that much, then tell me which one you want free. Silly girl, we can always do that later. You have a few friends. 21 in Canadian? I don't know. Let's see what it is. Let's do money converter. So 21 Canadian is 1601 US today. Right? But I'll know because your money will come to me when you PayPal me your money. You just switch it to Canadian. And so if you send me so just go to the converter, and if it's near 21, Canadian. Like you know what I mean? It's going to be a little different every day. So the prices I gave you are in Canadian, right? So that's the amount that matters, right? But it's going to be somewhere about $16 American, okay? Yeah, exactly, Carrie. Woohoo! Kapala, good for you. All right, so here's my stencils on the blog. So like I said, if you don't get this link coming up, then you're just going to have to write in an email this information and your list of files you want, okay? So there is a 3D fly. Now the thing with all these is, when I created them, they're either 12 by 12 or 8.5 by 11. This fly one is smaller though. But remember, once you import it or open it in your cutter program, you can change the size and alter it however you wish. Eileen wants to know if she can order cut ones since her Cameo is full of dust. Well, you know what, Eileen? Because you're so special, send me a list. I mean, don't send me a list of all 63, okay? I can't cut 63 for you. But if you send me a list, I will cut some for you, Eileen. How's that? No. $16 will not buy all 63. 16 will just get whoever orders them a free stencil. See, Sue? Some are $2, some are $1, well, I think there's only one that's $1.50. Most are $2.50 or $3. Download 2 new programs. No, if you just write me, Terry, if you just write me an email with your list of files, that's all you have to do. You have a Cameo, right? With the designer or portrait. You got the portrait. With the designer edition. So when I send you all these files, you just save them in a folder, and I can show you how to do that later, Terry. I can do a YouTube or something on that. I'm showing you how to do that. You just open it on your in your software and cut it. You don't have to. You already have everything. Baron Pink is Mildred, Paula. Baron Pink is Mildred, but yeah. No, you don't have to have Inkscape, Terry. No. I was just saying that I used Inkscape to create these designs. You don't have to have them. No. You're welcome. Yeah. Very nice to see you is Sue. Baron Pink. Oh, so which one is here? Did I mess it up? No, Mildred's here. Yeah. Very nice to see you is Sue. Pam, I cut mine from, if they're 8 by 10 stencils or 8.5 by 11 stencils, I cut them on index, just at Dollarama, the dollar store, and I'm pretty sure your dollar stores will have them too. Plastic index dividers for binders. And those will cut like 8 by 10s or 8 by 11s or anything smaller than that. I also on Amazon bought some larger sheets of Mylar that I cut down to make my 12 by 12 ones. So, yay, Eileen, so glad. Okay, so fly, $2. This 3D flower, $2. $3 for these geometric circles, the flower pattern that I put onto the circles. Octagon, a 3D octagon's $2. A 3D sphere. These are masks. So some are masks, some are stencils, right? And then the 3D spheres, different sizes. 3D squares, Carrie has that one. And 3D squares too. This one actually looks like it'll make your print look 3D. The squares pop up almost like blocks or like windows. If you do it right, it'll look like. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Trina. And then there's the star mask. There's a star tunnel. I love the 3D ones. There you go, Vicki. That's one of the big reasons I bought mine. Thank you, Carrie, for the link. That's a slightly different kind of a tunnel. It's more like you're looking up. There's a 3D tunnel. Arches mask. That one is a mask. That's a pretty detailed one. There is just the arches. Excuse me. Thanks, Tam. Thanks, Paula. And then we have arrow overlap because these are actually, they look like alien telephone poles or something. But they're actually, if you look carefully, that's an arrow there. And then this is an arrow that way, right? And then I just welded them together and then made different sizes. So it looks 3D. It looks like they're getting farther away. And then I just made some wheels with arrows. And there's for those of you who love abstract, there's a blob mask. Yes, Dorothy, as long as you have the designer edition. Do you have the designer edition of the software? Thanks, Vicki, yes. Yeah, Carrie, the blade in the Cricut Expression anyway, the new ones, I don't know about the blade of the new ones, but the blade in the Cricut Expression that you have and that I used to have, it's quite a bit bigger than the blade in the Cameo, so it has a little harder time getting detailed stuff, but there you. Hey, Rebecca. All right. Sorry. Okay. So Dorothy, yes, if you have the designer edition, then yes, you can cut. You can just you just click open and go through that process. But I can do a video on that on Thursday if you guys want me to do a silhouette video showing how to open these with the silhouette program. I can't do it for Cricut owners. I suppose I could go into the Cricut Classroom. I think you can do it in the Cricut Classroom, so yeah. Lynn, I have to do research on that for you. If you send me a reminder on a PM, I can look into whether the Cricut. What Cricut version do you have? If it's a Cricut expression, you can only cut it if you have shortcuts a lot or make the cut software. But, yes, Trina, a Cricut, well, a Cricut Cameo or, no, a Silhouette Cameo or Portrait, they both have the same blade. The only difference between the Portrait and the Cameo is that the Portrait's 8.5 by 11 and a Cameo will cut to 12 by 12. So they will both cut a little more intricate than the older Cricuts. Now the newer Cricuts, I'm not sure because I've never seen the new Cricuts or the blades on the new Cricut. There's now the Cricut Air and a Cricut Explore. And they both will, yeah. CB, so did you get the designer edition? You have to have the designer edition of the software, not just the one. Okay, Lynn, you're getting a Cricut expression? Okay, I will look into that for you, Lynn. Okay? I will look into that because I know in the class, I don't know if the Cricut expression will cut using the classroom, but I will research for that, okay? Okay. The difference in the two? Okay, so the difference between the Silhouette Portrait and Silhouette Cameo, is that what you want? Terry, when you open up, okay, just a second, one thing at a time. All right, so the difference between the Cameo and the Portrait. The Portrait will cut on mats 8.5 by 11. All right, so letter size mats. Okay, a Cameo cuts up to 12 by 12 size. CB, when you open your Silhouette software, all right, the little blue circle icon, if you have the designer edition, just a moment here, I know you can't see this. When you click it and open it, it'll say Silhouette Studio, and then underneath it'll say Designer Edition version 3. Okay, so while it's opening, so go and open your Silhouette Studio, and while it's opening up, see if the window says Designer Edition, okay? Okay. I'll talk about that in a minute, Lynn. Remember that question. Ask me again in a minute. All right, there's my brick wall stencil. I want to go through these. Then I'm going to open the Silhouette. I'll open my Silhouette software and do a separate recording to show those who have the questions, okay, about the Silhouette. All right. Excuse me. All right, my chevron. Circle connected, that's a mask. Circle grid. There's a circle with octograms, I call it. Don't ask me why. I call this one circle scope. Terry, I'll talk with that on Twitter, okay? Okay. Hey, Vicky BR. Yes, I can, Eileen. I can, and I will do that for the people who need it. Yeah. So I will talk about that when I open my... Okay. There is circle strings. I call it circle strings because it looks like there's strings going through the circles. Because if you leave those circles that way without dividing them up, then the whole circle cuts out instead of like the ring. So, and there is circle tunnels. And there's circles with spokes. These are masks, so you get 4 sizes of masks. And of course, you can change sizes if you want. When you go to cut them yourself, you can make a bigger one if you want, right? You can change the files, edit them once they're yours. All right. So this is the mask version. This one is a stencil version. This is crescents. So this kind of almost looks like a Lego block when you use it on your jelly plate. Notice that it has a couple of different shaped edges on it, so you can do edges. Yeah, I know, Eileen. I'm not very creative with my names. The doily placemat, this was created using like star shapes and by rotating the stars and etc. This one, I really like this stencil. See, with this stencil, you get these dotted spirals. Okay. And sphere. This one's like a tunnel. This one's like a sphere. Then you get these cool edges as well. I guess I'm going to have to save the files as Silhouette 2. People will have to tell me which they want. I'm going to have to change the form. So they let me know whether they want the SVG file or if they want the Silhouette file. This one you get 4 different, for your $3 you get, it's called Falling Stars, you get 4 different stencils. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Oh, you can't see my mouse. That happened the last time. Darn it. I don't know why. That's really strange. Carol, I'll take care of that. I'll talk about it in a moment. I'm going to do a second video showing the Silhouette program. Yeah. Hey, Carol. So I'll take care of that question in a minute. So, fan blades. Woo! That one, you look at that one too much and it moves. Because it's a spiral, it's not actually circles, it's actually a spiral. So it tricks your eyes. If you stare at it, it actually moves. It's really weird. So there's 2 versions of that. One is 4 blades, and one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 blades. Yeah, Vicky, I can't, unless I can find a company to cut them for me, there's no way. And then they would be more expensive, right? Then I'd have to charge I'd still want my $2 profit, so you'd have to pay for the cost of the... I call this Funky Pillow because when you use it as a stencil, it kind of looks like one of those tufted pillows from the 50s, 60s. So that's why I called it the Funky Pillow. And I really like this one. Call them grid stars. So there's one that has just a plain grid. There's two that have random missing squares. Then there's one that's a checkerboard star, and then there's one that looks like a tunnel. And then there's just grid stars. This one is a stencil. A harlequin, very simple harlequin. There's some, for those of you who like hearts with swirls, different sizes. So these ones have the, these are the reverse. These ones actually have the swirls cut out of the heart. These ones, the swirls are connected as part of the heart. There's a star tunnel, hexagon, excuse me. Yeah, exactly, Vicky. The die cuts would be cool to use on pages and stuff like that. You can cut them with paper and use them on your journal page or, you know, as collage fodder. They're yours for life, so. This is one of my favorites, too. I was going to call it Box Kite, but I decided to call it Illusional because it has strange illusion, several different illusionary aspects to it. Then there's interlocking rings. There's lattice circles. There's a numbers mask. That one's $2. Octagons, overlapping octagons, which kind of create these cool 4-petal flower thingies. And then there's octagons grid. And there's Octagon Frenzy. This was created using an octagon but flipping them around and interlocking over each other. And then I've got another pillow because that looks like a tufted pillow as well. There's a plaid. Yeah, exactly, Carol. I went back and found all the ones that are my own designs. Ringo 2. Call that one. There's a skyline. Now this one you get both of these. It's on the same file. They're different size though, but you can cut them so that they would be the same size. Yeah, Vicky, I used Inkscape. It's very much the same as that type of a program. Well, these designs are, Vicky, are all from the last, I guess, like 3 years or 3.5 years ago since I discovered Inkscape. About a third of them. Well, about 2/3 of them I created in the last year, I guess. Though. And spiral combo because there's different sizes. I love this one, squared off. That one's cool. It's a mask though, not a stencil. Uh-oh, Terry Travel. Then there's stained glass tiles. This one was created with squares, overlapping squares. And this one was from duplicating and rotating stars. I created this star doilies, called it. Starry Night, that's a very simple, basic one, fairly basic one. And then these are some of my latest ones. There's target masks, so there's these layer on top of each other. So you can do two dual colors. Did I tweet my link? Not yet. To my blog? No, I didn't tweet my link to my blog yet. No. There's Target's masks. Those are all connected. Then this is a Target stencil. This was actually, I think, my very first design. I designed this tire tread. It was the first thing I designed on Inkscape. And then the last one I call wheelies because they look like wagon wheels. Okay. All right, so for every $21 in Canadian funds you spend, you can choose a free stencil added to your order in the space provided on the order form. Okay. So that is that. So once again, whoops, in case you came in since I showed this link, when you click on this link here, if you have Google Drive, the order form will open up, which you can fill in. I have text boxes and everything. You just click and type. And then you email this form to me once you fill it in. You can fill it in there. If you have $21 down here in your total, you get to choose a free stencil. If you have 42 in your total, you get to choose 2 free stencils. Yeah, probably, Carrie. I was going to. Yeah. Well, sorry about that, Mildred. For right now, this is the best I could do. So, thank you, CB. Hey, Donna. Hello, hello. Okay, so you knew me when. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm going to close this. If you can't get this link to open, then send me an email. Just type in your email your name, your Ustream name or YouTube name if you have one, your PayPal email, and then list the stencils you wish to purchase, how much they are, do a total, make sure you list if you've ordered enough, make sure you list free ones, and just send me the email that way. Then once I get your order, I will send you an invoice for the PayPal, and once I get an email notification that I've got your PayPal money, the files will come through. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Donna. Here is my blog post. So you can buy the cutting files. Now, I'm going to stop this recording, and I actually have to leave Ustream Producer, which means I also have to stop broadcasting in order to change my settings, because I don't have the pro version because it's like $300. I have to change the settings to come in and show my Silhouette software. So I will be back, okay? So don't go away too far. I shall be back.